Hello friends, how are you? Our Takalkar IMP test series first set is just over. You must be waiting for your result. I know it very well. Shortly, within 2-3 days, you will get your result. But why today I am conducting this webinar with YouTube channel? Only because our all examiners they have observed so many mistakes in your papers, and you must know what common mistakes you have made, and I hope that such mistakes or same mistakes you will not repeat in set 2, set 3, and that is why today I am with you to detail you what mistakes you have committed, and this must be your promise, your commitment to me, to your teachers, to your parents, that same mistakes you will not repeat, because I know that everybody's target in board exam is to secure to get good marks, good result, and everybody's target is must be 90+%. But whether getting scoring 90+% is difficult task or simple task, if you ask me the same question, then my answer is yes, it is very simple task. If you observe, you point out, if you follow whatever I will tell you in this video, then definitely you will get 90+%, not only in our set 2, set 3, but in board exam also. And improvement in terms of percentage must be stepwise. For example, if your set 1 percentage is say 70%, then you must get 75, in between 75 to 80% in set 2, approx 85% in set 3, so that you will definitely get 90+% in board exam. So your target must be in some steps. Directly we don't want to climb Everest. You must start with some Parvati, jokes apart, but if you follow whatever I will tell you, then definitely you will get good marks. You know, my name is Kedar Takalkar and I welcome you in this video. Margin. The margin lines you have drawn from both sides, from left side margin and right side margin. In many cases we have observed that you have drawn big margin. It is not necessary, because some students they are of opinion that if they draw big margin, then their answer will consume more number of lines, their answer will be quite big one, and they will get good marks. No, but this is not the case, because every examiner is experienced teacher. He know students tricks and tactics what they follow. So don't draw big margins. Underlining, many points I have explained in my previous seminar, not webinar, previous seminar, how to write board answer paper. In that seminar also I have explained same points, but students they are still making same mistakes, repeating the mistakes. Underlining is very important thing, but more than 90% students they have not underlined anything except fill in the blanks or answer in one sentence or multiple choice question type answers. They have underlined something, but in short answer, long answer, they don't have underlined anything. But my opinion is, if you don't underline anything and if you feel that examiner is going to read each and every word, then it is not possible. And without reading, or if some words he cannot read, means it may be eyesight mistake, it may be other type of mistake. Examiner may be under some different mental condition and he may not read each and every word. And if he give you out of the 1.5 mark, then it will be your loss. So my request is you must underline all, including in language. For example, there is essay writing, letter writing, dialogue writing, report writing, or in Marathi निबंध लेखन, संस्कृत मध्ये सुद्धा. But wherever it is possible, and answer is quite big one, then you must underline all important words, keywords, scientific words, geographical or historical words. You must underline. In many questions, question number is not mentioned or wrong question number is mentioned. In set 1, we have not considered those type of mistakes, but in board exam you keep it in mind. If suppose question number is say 10 and instead of 10 if I write question number 11, then what examiner will think? The answer which you have written is not of question number 11, it is of question number 10, but he may not consider this fact and he will give you 0 marks. That is why you must mention in the board exam question numbers very correctly, precisely. Wrong sub question number is also mentioned by many students. Please take care. For example, in this slide, my one suggestion is you don't watch this video on mobile. My recommendation is watch this video on either desktop or laptop, because screen will be quite big one, and whatever small points I will show you, you will be very much clear with that. So please watch this video with the help of desktop or laptop. See, pen is changed. For example, here, see, first 3 lines with different pen, other part is with different pen. Don't change the pen. It will create bad impact, bad impression. Language of answer. Some points are applicable in case of all subjects. Language of answer is not good. There are many grammatical mistakes, construction mistakes, or tense mistake. And as you all are English medium students, English medium background students, such type of mistakes are not expected. So you try to improve the language which you are using writing the answer. So language of answer must be your own language. But definitely in case of science, in case of history, geography, scientific or historical geographical words used in the textbook, you must cover those words in your answer. But the language construction, sentence construction will be of yours only. So language of answer, try to improve it. Don't use printed or local language. Many students, what they do, they just learn from ready-made notes, ready-made digest, and whatever they have learned, जे पाठ केलेलं आहे, जे मगिंग केलेलं आहे, they write it as it is. But don't use printed language. In case of English, it is observed that grammar is too weak. We know that based on particular grammar type questions, no more questions are asked, many questions are asked, or marks weightage is not too much for grammar type of questions. But if you are weak in grammar, then maybe your construction is not good, use of tense is not good. So you are likely to lose more marks in questions based on passages, essay writing, letter writing, dialogue writing, everywhere you are likely to lose the marks. That is why you must be good in grammar. It is very much required to need to study and understand the tenses. Some slides are very obvious, needs less explanation. So I request you to go through every word which I have mentioned in every slide. So practice all the grammar points like articles, question tag, direct, indirect speech, change the voice, punctuation, etc. You must be good in everywhere. Spelling mistakes you must avoid. While reading the chapter, concentrate more and more on the spellings. Letter writing, proper format. Only 40-50% students they have used the proper format. Subject, many students they have not mentioned, or the subject they have mentioned is not correct. See, this is the proper letter format. Left aligned, see how date is mentioned. So in this way you must write the letter. In case of English, as you all are English medium students, your English is good, means your spoken English is good, but in case of many answer sheet we have observed that their written English is not good, and if they are good in writing then they just goes on writing, so they don't follow the word limit. You must know the examiner is expecting so and so questions answered in so and so lines or in sufficient so and so words, so you must follow that word limit. In English story writing, start with clue given in the question. Don't directly start what you want to write. Start the clue given. Article writing, many students they have covered the article writing question in one para only. No, minimum 2, 3, 4 paras you must make, and full coverage of information. Description of poet or author, if asked then only you write. It is not compulsory for you to write the poet or author description. Don't start para with pronoun. In case of English, don't start passage with pronoun, and make the proper use of tenses. Textbook reading is very much necessary because it is observed that students textbook reading is not good. That is why they have not written answers based on the textbook passage given. They have not written those answers very well. So my suggestion is to read textbook minimum 2-3 times more in the remaining period, and this textbook reading point is applicable not only to English but in case of other language also, maybe Hindi, German, Marathi, Sanskrit, science also, and SST. In case of mathematics only, textbook reading, direct textbook reading is not necessary, but other than mathematics, in case of all subjects, you must read textbook minimum 2-3 times more. In case of English question number 10, 11, the minimum length of the answer must be 1.5 page. Some students they have written the answer as expected, means say 1.5 page answer length is there, but proper introduction and conclusion, as these are long answer type question, proper introduction and conclusion must be there, and if it is not there then you are likely to lose many marks. That is why length, proper length, and introduction, conclusion, this point you must keep it in mind. In case of mathematics, approximately 15-20% students they could not complete the whole paper. In case of maths, Practice of statistics chapter is must. Presentation is very bad. Neatness is required more. Proper reading of question is necessary. And in case of more than 60-70% answer sheet, it is observed that students then need word problem practice more. Because, for example, in case of simultaneous equation, the equation formation was not correct or it was wrong. That is why if equation formation is wrong, then naturally the question will be wrong. Means solution will be wrong. In case of trigonometry, don't use shortcuts. Proper reasons to every step is must. For example, see, this is the solution. As far as solution is concerned, everything is correct, but no reason is there, so he is not likely to get full marks. Circle-based problems, circle-based questions, you practice more. Mathematics, solve section-wise and serially. Rather, this is applicable for all subjects. Solve serially. In case of mathematics, solve section-wise means section A, B, C, D in this way. And in case of other subjects, solve serially, question-wise. Question number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10 in this way. Don't directly start with question number 10, then question number 6, then question number 1, then question number 7. Sorry. In this way, don't solve. See, in case of construction, this rough diagram is required. Only description is not sufficient. Maths MCQ, the left side answer is correct, but not in appropriate way. In the right side below, one solution is given. So this is the correct way of solving MCQ type question. Avoid silly mistakes. For example, see in the right hand side, this plus 53 into bracket 3. So 53 3s are 159. Here is 156. So this is a silly mistake. But definitely one observation I want to explain, that silly mistakes proportion is very less. No doubt. Say 20% students, they have made silly mistakes in average 2-3 questions. But 80% students, they have not made any silly mistake. But their understanding was wrong. As their understanding was wrong, the whole question solution, it went wrong and they lose the marks. Mass heights and distances, application of trigonometry, drawing figure is compulsory. Many times, every time we insisted, we explained to students to draw the figure, but still they used to neglect it. Probability, writing a statement is very important, but approx 15-20% students, they have not written proper statement. For example, let PA, probability of A, be getting head in first toss. I'm just giving you example. But so this statement you must write. So this type of directly students, P of A is equal to so and so, then you are likely to lose marks. In case of mensuration problem, many students, they have not learned the formula, and that is why they have not attempted mensuration question. If you are good with the formula, then mensuration question is very easy, very simple. See, 4 upon 100 is equal to 2 upon 50 is equal to 1 upon 25. So P of E is equal to so and so. No. What is P of E? You must mention initially, and then means that statement is must, and then the solution. Confusion in type of problems. AP, number of system, linear quadratic equation. Some problems which are based on, say, quadratic equation. Students, they are trying to solve it with the help of linear equation. Means, in case of those 4 particular topics, chapters, students, they are in confusion. But good practice, sufficient practice will make you perfect. Scale is missing, and scale is missing, that is why full marks she will not get. Janvi, student's name is Janvi something. Diagram was not required in this question, but still students, they have drawn diagram. Cancellation, too much cancellation, really too much cancellation was there. And my humble suggestion, request to you, avoid cancellation, because it creates bad impact, bad impression on the mind of examiner. And even if everything is correct and you are likely to get, say, full 3 marks, definitely because of this too much cancellation, he will give you only 2.5 mark. And examiner is not answerable to any superior, maybe moderator, chief moderator, etc., for deducting that half mark for no reason, because it is his discretionary power. Science textbook reading is must. Basic concepts not clear, that is why what we have observed, that students, they have learned, mugging केले, पाठ केले, रट्टा मारला आणि answer they have written, but because their answer is correct, we have to give them full marks or sufficient marks. But by reading that particular answer, the same thing is applicable in case of SST also. By reading that particular answer, we come to know that this is not his answer, this is not his student's answer, he has just learned it, पाठ केले आणि copy केले. But whether he has clearly understood that concept, God knows, because this is written exam. We cannot ascertain, find out whether he really understood it or not. But with the help of language that student used, we experienced teacher can easily find out whether it is his own answer or it is the printed answer. And examiner is more interested in finding out whether you have understood everything or not. Textbook reading, same. For 2 marks question, minimum 4 points. For 3 marks question, this is applicable in SST also, science also. For 2 marks, 4 points. 3 marks, 6 points. 4 marks and 5 marks question, minimum 10 points. But in case of 3, 4 and 5 marks question, now what I am telling you, please keep it in mind. In case of science and SST, for 3, 4 and 5 marks question, proper introduction and conclusion is must. Introduction will be your point number 1 and conclusion will be your point number, say, 10. It will be the last point. But proper intro and conclusion is required. In case of long answer, again, SST and science, support your long answer with reactions, diagrams, examples. Many students, they have written long answers in very short. Laws definition, as it is ditto from the textbook. You are not authorized or you are not expected to change a single word in case of that laws and definition. Numerical problems in case of science. First, list out all the formula, learn it, practice it so that your confusion will be less. Formula confusion between mirror and lens formula. So mirror and lens formula, don't just learn it, write it minimum 3, 4, 5 times so that you can differentiate between them. Chemical reaction, list out all the reactions given in the textbook, understand the reactants and products. Balancing reactions, in case of balancing reaction question, proper explanation is necessary. If you just balance the reaction, make proper box it, and without you don't write any explanation, then you are likely to lose 1 mark. So proper explanation is required, and then balancing the reaction is compulsory. Diagram practice, all the diagrams with correct labels. So diagram practice is necessary. Many students, they just observe the diagram 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 10 times. But instead of observing diagram 10 times, if you draw it only 1 or 2 times as a part of your self-study, then it is more than sufficient. So don't just observe it. Don't forget to make box around the diagram. There must be 12 centimeter box, 12 centimeter square, and under that square, under that box, draw proper diagram. Proper electron dot structure was required. It is not properly drawn by many students. Battery signs are must. We know what battery signs are, but few students, they have not used proper signs. New question, new page. Long answer, study of light chapter is must. Practice molecular structural formula and IUPAC names. In case of numericals, more practice is required because application of formula or using of formula, we found too much confusion. Many students, they have not mentioned section ABCD. They have just written the answer sheet as it is. Ray diagram question. First, it is shown that nature of image is not mentioned, and in the second part, correct and complete way of writing the answer. So second part is the correct way of writing the answer. In first part, image was not mentioned properly. Now just go through it. I don't want to read it, but I am expecting you to make proper correction in future sets. Now observe the wrong method. In the upside, wrong method is shown, and in downside, correct method. SST, History Geography. Correct years, try to remember it and make index in the graph. Try to cover all points, don't write fake answers. Many students, they have written very big answers. If suppose answering 4 points is expected, they have written say 6.8 points with the length of 1 page, 1.5 page. But whatever they have written, it was a fake answer. जे आपण मराठीत म्हणतो ना की थापा भरपूर मारायच्या, तशा भरपूर थापा मारायची हौस मुलांनी पूर्ण केलेली. मॅप फिलिंग प्रॅक्टिस इज रिक्वायर्ड. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, इफ in India map, I am giving you example only. If in India map you will have to show Pune, but if your marking is little bit on the left hand side or right hand side, then Pune will become Lonavala or Ahmednagar. But examiner is very experienced person, so he know very clearly, precisely where Pune location is. So plotting a correct point in the map, good practice is required. All types of graphs practice is must. Economics is very big, because in case of economics and politics, you are not expected to write big answers. For example, in case of economics or politics, your 2 marks question may cover only 2 points, say with only 4 lines of length. So number of points and length is not required criteria for economics and politics. On graphs and maps, whatever you will draw, proper question number you must mention. If question number is not mentioned or wrong question number is mentioned, then that particular graph or map may not be checked, and if it won't be checked, then you are not likely to get marks for that. Use stencil. Stencil use is allowed. Proper intro conclusion, as I told you. Now just read it. I don't want to repeat. In case of languages also, I will speak less. You just go through the slides, because slides are self-explanatory. See, this is the good way of writing answer. So just go through it and observe what mistakes are pointed out. In Marathi section D, each question on new page. It is actually repeated instruction. So new question, new page, or new section, new page. This is a common instruction which you must observe in respective subject answer sheet. How to answer the objective questions? Write option number and full answer in statement, both. Only question number 1 answer is D. This is not sufficient. 1D and full answer. This is required. Prefer, you will be given proper formal and informal, both types of letter writing question, but I expect you to write formal letter, because it needs or it consumes less number of lines. So if you written it in short, even then you are likely to get full marks. German, please go through it. At the end, I want to give you some good suggestion after these 2-3 optional subjects comments. In case of Hindi, presentation was very poor. Answers must be exact and appropriate. In case of creative writing question, content is not sufficient. Yes, this comment is very important. In creative writing, content is not sufficient. A lot of cases where students move with the flow and forget original topic. म्हणजे ओरिजिनली काय विचारलंय, काय लिहितोय आणि मुलांनी काय लिहिलंय हे सगळंच वेगवेगळं होतं. Yes, now my suggestions based on first set answers which I have written. I think we informed you, but we are starting your second set in on I think 25th, 23rd or 25th of Jan. Why we have changed the dates? Initially, as per the original timetable, it was scheduled on 7th Jan. But there was a complaint from many students and many parents that their school prelims are in between, say 7th to 23rd, 24th. That is why we shifted that exam because of your prelims problems. This was the first reason. And second reason, we were expecting the board exam date between 10th to 15th of Feb. But the actual board exam date is quite later on. या आमच्या अपेक्षेपेक्षा बोर्ड एक्झाम उशिरा सुरू होते. So we changed the schedule. And third set we are starting from 10th of Feb. So second set from 25th 25th Jan, and third set of IMPT series from 10th Feb. And 10 Feb, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 5 days your exam will goes on. And you will get the papers in next 4-5 days. But we have also planned another thing, that your first 10th Feb paper, 10th Feb subject is optional subject, maybe Hindi, German, Hindi AB, Marathi, Sanskrit, etc. That paper is scheduled on 10th Feb. We are planning to give you that paper. We are planning to give you that checked paper on before completion of our third set. Means before 14th of Feb, you go back to home after writing last paper, you will get 10th Feb answer sheet, because that paper is scheduled on 20th Feb. Your exam is starting with optional subject and German, etc. on 20th Feb. That is why we must give you that paper sufficiently before time. And the before time is we are giving you German paper on 14th Feb. Many students, they have joined first set and then third set. Why? Because they feel that in between their prelims will be there. Yes, their prelims are there, but not as per our revised timetable. Our set 2 we are starting from 25th Jan. So your prelims definitely will be finished before 25th. it will start something 7th or 10th of Jan, but definitely it will finish by 25th. See, what is my intention to conduct the test series? First thing is, if test series is there, means if exam is there, then only you study. Because self-study you do only at the time of exam, not before or after that. So, and many students, they have not joined first set because no, our syllabus is not complete. We are not finished with our studies. But suppose, take the example of mathematics. Say it is of 100 marks paper. If you feel that in case of 2-3 chapters you are not so good, you have not covered those chapters very well, what I will say, forget about those 2-3 chapters. You are good in other chapters. Say out of 100 marks paper, approximate 20 marks questions are asked on those 2-3 chapters where you are not good. Okay, but what about other 80 marks? What you as a student or I as a student, I will check. If I feel that I am good in those 80, good in with that 80 mark syllabus, then I will check myself whether I will get or I am getting full 80 marks out of 80. But if out of 80 where I feel that I am very good and out of 80 I am getting only 50-55 marks, means I am not good with that full 80 mark syllabus also. So where you stand? आपण आता कुठं आहोत? म्हणजे मी आता 55लाच आहे. ओके, my target is to achieve 100 marks. But where you stand? तुम कितने पानी में हो? You must know it. आणि ते कळल्यानंतर मग इम्प्रूव्हमेंट होणार नाही. That is why all 3 sets to my some students I am recommending you join another test series also if it won't clash to our test series, because in last 2-3 months only solving question paper is required, is necessary. Just going through that textbook, just going through that same question and that answer is not sufficient, because you have done the same thing from say April. In April month you have studied chapter number 1, you have read the whole chapter, all question answers, you are good, you have learned all question answers. But that chapter, that question answer, again and again at the time of your unit test 1, unit test 2, then your terminal, then your prelims, every time you are going to the same questions, means you are not good, you are not perfect in that. And only examination situation or examination condition is such, makes you perfect. That is why test series is very important, not only to understand where you stand, what you are, but you will come to know what you will have to achieve. If suppose any student at present his score is only say 50%, then his target can be 70, 75, 80. Okay, and even if he achieve 80%, it is a big task. But if student already in the percentage slab of 70, 80, then definitely with proper method, this is very important, because only donkey work will not give you good score. म्हणजे आम्ही खूप रोज 10 तास अभ्यास, 10 hours, 15 hours study केला, it's of no use. If method is proper, then only you are likely to get good marks. That is why you try to perfect your method. So revision, you must start now. Star mark important steps and points. When you will study, just point out where you are lacking. आपण कुठं कमी पडतो, या टाईपचं क्वेश्चनचा आन्सर येत नाही, Okay? Many times we are making the same mistake in such type of question. This particular point I have learned many times, but still I forget it. असं जे येत नाही ना, त्याला स्टार मार्क करून ठेवा आणि ते सारखं सारखं बघायचं. Prepare own formula list, unit conversion list, textbook reading as I explained you. Study chapter wise and sort test. Means if you have chapter wise test available, then study chapter wise. Say chapter 1 and 2 you finished and solve test based on that chapter. Biology application skill based question diagram practice. Prepare all questions from the text only. English, prepare flowchart, comprehension practice, answering your own words. Chemistry reaction practice. This is all required. So all the best, not only for our set 2 and set 3, but for your school prelims and of course board exam. But definitely whatever your score in set 1, minimum 8 to 10% rise you will get in board exam. But many students, yes, we have the history of scoring say 15, 20, 25% more marks in board exam as compared to our first set. So give all exams, appear all exams with proper preparation, good confidence. Yes, you are with you, your parents, your teachers are with you, Takalkar class is with you, and personally Kedar Takalkar myself, I am with you. So all the best. Thank you.